This is the last video of our AccuMap-5 series, and I want to thank you all for being here and going through the full 8 weeks together with me, and I hope that you enjoyed them as much as I did. I got a lot out of them, and all the emails that you guys sent me, and that you were just letting me know that you were getting something out of these weekly videos. So this is our last one together, and so you're probably wondering, why did I do it on the beach? Well, I did it on the beach because I want to bring it all together for you, and I want to talk about how throughout the 8 weeks we've been talking about the yin and yang and the balance, and how the natural course of life has ups and downs, and as long as we're at our baseline ups and downs, like the waves of an ocean. We have the high tide, and then we have the low tide. And even though some of us have higher tides and lower tides than others, as long as we're on our own tide system, then it fits us. And unfortunately, as midlife kind of creeps in, we no longer are on our own baseline ups and downs tide system. We're just not. Our hormones get off, then our stress hormones get blown out of proportion, and everything from there can happen. The hot flashes, as you've learned, the weight gain, the insomnia, the lack of zest for life, and the lack of libido. All of these things occur usually initially because our sex hormones decline, and that sets off an imbalance in our neurotransmitters. Well, that's what we've been covering for the last 8 weeks, and I hope that the videos on the suggestions that I gave and all the different things that we can do both for free and the products that can help you jumpstart getting your life back on track have been very helpful to you. So one of the reasons that people lose their joy in life is because of their loss of love. Now, it's not just loss of love of a partner. No. Even though that is a horrific thing that can happen. If you lose the loss of a partner, it's the #1 stressor in the world, the loss of a loved one. But the loss of love also extends out to the loss of passion in your life. So if you no longer love your work, if you no longer have something that drives you to open your eyes in the morning and start thinking about all the things that you want to accomplish that day based on that thing that you love, then your passion is declining. And when your passion declines, that joy, that drive, that desire to move forward and keep going declines. So sure, hormones can start that off. When your hormones go down and you're not getting sleep and you're gaining weight and your hair is not as beautiful and thick and lush as it used to be, and your moods are up and down, sure, that's going to affect everything. You're in fact going to blame all the problems in your life as your problem, when in fact it's really hormones, and you need to get the hormones balanced, and then you need to get the cortisol balanced, and then you can drive back that passion that once drove you to get up in the morning early or earlier and go to bed late or later, but still, you know how I feel about sleep. Get it. Get plenty of it. So, excuse me. So we want to stay on this beautiful up and down like a porpoise in the ocean. We want to stay and enjoy those highs and be okay with those lows, because we know we're on the upswing back again. But we also want to take a look inside and look at where our love, our passion is. So why do I do this? Well, Well, I do this because it's my passion. I want to help other women be passionate about their lives, with their relationships, with their work, with their hobbies. I want women to have it all because I want it all. So if I want it all, I want you to have it all. So that's why I do it. So it's my passion, so I love doing it. Think about a couple of things as I say goodbye to you in this AccuMap-5 get-together. 2 questions. If you had all the money in the world, you didn't need any money, your insurance was paid for, your house was paid for, your cars were paid for, you had everything you wanted, or you could go out and get it if you wanted it, your parents were okay, they were financially, you could help them if need be, blah, 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 right? You had the money you needed. Whether that's rich or not, it doesn't matter. If you did, how would you spend your day? How would you spend your day? What would you be doing if you didn't have to go out and make a living to pay your bills? That's question number 1. Question number 2. Question number 2 is, when you were little, you know, kid, now I'm not talking about even a teenager, let's go back a little further. And keep pushing to teenager, but let's go back a little younger. What drove you? What did you love to do? What did you do that you loved to do when you were young? So that's, hey, high five. You're gonna be on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, woohoo, love it. Mwah. Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm the women's midlife specialist.
How am I going to see that?
You go to women's midlife specialist. I love the people. They're so cool. Anyway, gosh, I don't remember what I was saying. Yes, I do. So, when you were a little kid, what was it that you loved to do? What was it that you remember? It may be something general, or it may be something more specific that you'll remember, that you'll have to broaden the thought on, okay? Because if it's something specific like, I love animals, you have to think about the specifics of those animals. Or let's say it's general, I love people, I love to help people, okay? That was mine, okay? I loved to help people since I was wee-high to a grasshopper. And my mother always said, I took all the people, I would put people up under, she says, you put people up under your little wings and you take care of them. And when I was little, I did. My friends, you know, if somebody had a problem, I was there to help them. So here I am, I'm doing it. It's still my passion. So that's what I'm talking about. Think about what it is that drove you to feel good. Whatever it is, maybe it was gardening, maybe it was butterflies. I know a lady who breeds butterflies. That's all she does. She breeds and sells butterflies. She created a career out of that because it was something that she loved. She loved to study butterflies and she loved to breed them and sell them, and she's got a huge business now selling butterflies. I mean, people buy them for their weddings, they buy them for anniversaries, they buy them to teach their children, so because they get them in. That's why I'm asking you to go back, go way back, and to think about what that is. So you put those 2 things together. What was it that drove you when you were young, that you loved to do? Because that's when your brain and your mind and your soul, everything was virgin. Everything was so simple then that you could think about that then. And that's what I want to help you understand, is that absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, in my heart, in my brain, in my soul, I know that you can have everything that you want. Now, when people say, I want to make $1 million, well, Well, that makes no sense. You don't want to make $1 million. It doesn't. It's not about money. It's about where you want to be and what you want to do. Might that make you $1 million or 2 million or 10 million these days is equal to $1 million, or what we used to say? Of course it does. But it doesn't start there. It starts in the heart, and it starts in the mind, and it starts in the soul. And this is where you have to start. You have to go to the foundation. So, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for purchasing the AccuMap-5 Virtual Consult and your complete wellness report. And I hope that I lived up to all of your expectations and beyond. I hope you love your report, and I hope it helps you. And for all of you who participated over these last 8 weeks, thank you. It was fun. I loved seeing your diet diary. I loved seeing your energy suckers and your energy givers. I loved seeing that. It told me a lot about you. I created a file for every one of you. So if you ever come back to me for anything, we pick up where we left off. We don't start over. So, thank you. God bless, and see you next time. Bye-bye.